It appears it's time to get some gas. Hey everybody, Reason here from Miles and Memories, coming to you on this July 3rd, one day before the big celebration of the 4th of July and the United States of America's 250th anniversary. So, today, we're going to celebrate 4th of July a little early. I'm going to go see some things I've been wanting to see for a number of years. Just talked to Christy a little bit ago. She says that she has already seen these things, so it makes me feel a little better that I'm not doing something without her, but something that I want to see. So we're going to go do that today. First, I got myself, made myself a cup of coffee. Made myself a cup of coffee this morning to get my day started right. Times are tough, expenses are going up, so instead of buying Starbucks at Starbucks, I'm making Starbucks and putting them in these fun cups. Still, I'm at about $1.55 for a cup of homemade Starbucks coffee at home, including the cup and the cream. Or you can go spend $5 for this size at Starbucks. So, cutting some corners, saving a little money so that we can do more of these adventures. But right now, we're gonna go get some gasoline in this vehicle. Join us on this one day before the 4th. We're gonna call this our 4th of July today, since this will be posted on the 4th of July. So, like, subscribe, leave us some comments. Look at some of our other videos. We're doing a multitude of things, some different adventures. Also some personal stuff going to be in there. So we kind of have a little entourage of different things that we're doing here on this channel. But we appreciate each of you. Matter of fact, I think just as of yesterday, we actually broke a new record here. We are at 678 subscribers. 600. Let's see if I can get that to focus in. Oh, let's start out here. Let's go in 678 subscribers here on the channel. That is phenomenal. What started out as just, we're going to document our life for our kids and future generations, to 678 people showing up, interested in what's happening in our lives on this channel and these adventures that we're bringing you. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart, I do mean that too. Thank you very much for subscribing and watching our content.
Every mile tells a story. It's miles and memories. We're chasing light and glory through the moments in between, exploring, experiencing, remembering. It's miles and memories.
Alright, so this Pilot gas here is $3.55 a gallon as of the recording of this. Their competitors across the street here at this Marathon is $3.55. And then my favorite place to get gasoline in this area is Love's, because with my card I get 10 cents off. And Love's gasoline is officially $3.55 diesel, $4.90 a gallon. So even though the prices are still up, they've definitely come down over the past couple weeks from the $5 and $6 that they were. So that's exciting. What's gas in your area? Is it cheaper? I see down south it's cheaper. Further north I go, the more expensive it gets. Okay, so as you guys saw, we were nearly empty. $70. My final gas price was $2.45 per gallon, and it looked like it almost filled it up. Typically full for me is like $4.75 for range. It's at 4.08, so probably just barely below full. But anyway, those are the gas prices. I cleaned the windshield, had to get it looking pretty, so if I have to shoot some video, there's Bigfoot, if I have to shoot some video out this front window, it's pretty clean. Side windows always stay pretty clean, but they are dark. I can just wind those down. Anyway, let's get started on today's adventure. In New Concord, Ohio is the historic bridge, the S Bridge. It was part of the national road that was federally financed. The first time a road had ever been federally financed in 1828 and was built. And then in 1973, it was listed on the National Register of Historic Places. You can kind of see there S Bridge right here in New Concord, Ohio. This bench here has seen better days, but it was dedicated to John Huey, New Concord Village Administrator from 92 through 2014. Anyway, just a really unique piece here off the roadway here to the right. And then this is the S Bridge, now historic. It goes nowhere. It's just literally the S Bridge. As you can see, that way goes to a parking lot, and this way you can see it's a pretty cool landmark, piece of history. Some water down here. This is it, guys. This is the S Bridge. Not our main attraction for today, not our main adventure, but just something off the beaten path. I wanted to stop.
Arrive at your destination.
And she's telling me we arrived here finally. This is the S Bridge. Let's see what this the Fox Creek S Bridge. It's one of a series of such bridges which line the path of the national road. All but a handful were destroyed during the construction of the U.S. Route 40. Crossed by the road, double in population in a decade, the entire national road from Cumberland, Maryland to Vandalia, Illinois was bricked during World War I to accommodate military traffic. The house at the top of this picture to the left is that of Robert West Spear, a conductor on the Underground Railroad. Spear was Reformed Presbyterian Covenant, his denomination, as well as the Associated Presbyterian, the Foxy Creek. So you can see in this picture, from this angle right here, that house would have been through those trees. I think that's one of the wonderful things about the United States is, even though there's a lot of history throughout the world, this was still rather a new nation, and it is steeped with all kinds of little pieces of history and little stories of how things came about. I just find that to be extremely fascinating, intriguing, and refreshing, all at the same time. It's just, there's just so much awesome stuff that this country, and many states throughout the United States, but it's just fascinating. I just really enjoy it. Anyway, you can see up on that hill here, I'll walk down here so you guys can see this on the other side of the tree. is where that house would have been and that conductor would have lived. Now, I don't think the house is still there today. Doesn't appear like it would be, and if it was, obviously the trees have drastically matured over the years and has almost made that impossible to see. But just up here on the other side of this tree, right here in front of us, up on that hill, is where that house would have been from that image back there. And what's even more unique is one day this will be all gone. Nothing will be here. Eventually it's just going to go away. And I think it's important that we document those things that we saw during my lifetime, our lifetime, for future generations when this could be possibly no longer. So guys, right outside of Thornville, Ohio, there is a concert venue called Legend Valley Concert Venue. And one of the reasons why I wanted to stop here is you could probably see just above this a dinosaur's head, but there are a group of very large dinosaurs back behind this wall, hidden. And I went all the way around the property and there's just no way to get to it, but you can see there that dinosaur, and they've got these barriers all around. All the entrances are pretty well closed. You really can't get to them, but I just wanted to stop. All kind of cool stuff here on the side of the shipping container, but they really just shut it down. I wanted to get some pictures of these dinosaurs before they disappear. And one day they will not be here, and I want to document that. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to put the drone up so we can get a better picture of what those dinosaurs look like, since I can't get close to them. Let's walk down here first and see if maybe we can actually look around the fence here and see. But some interesting facts is that this is an outdoor concert venue. It can hold, it's 230 acres, can hold about 55,000 people. Isn't that crazy? Oh, look here. So if you look down here, it looks like there's a something from Super Mario World coming out of that pipe there. And then there's a tunnel that goes underneath, so I'm assuming that this is probably all campgrounds over here and all that fun stuff. But you can see, kind of, there's a dinosaur over there. Some of his head is missing. They just kind of have this all blocked off, so you can't really get in there to see a whole lot. But some of the people that performed here, which I thought was pretty interesting, was the Guess Who. They performed here September 2nd, 2026. Alice Cooper on August 10th, 1997. Megadeth was here on August 9th of 1997. And Jimmy Buffett was here August 21st, 1993. So there's some pretty cool facts. So that was a fun little stop on our way up here. Balmy 94 degrees out today. 94 degrees, very hot, humid, but it's beautiful out. Can't complain. All right, let's move on to our next stop. So one of my favorite things about America is its roadside attraction, the Americana. Just love that stuff. And America is great for its world's biggest everything. And here, right outside of Thornville, there's no exception. This is the world's largest golf ball and tee. And this is for Court, because he loves to golf, and I thought it would be kind of fun just to stop here and document one of these great American icons, world's largest golf ball and tee. So while I was recording that, a lady from the fitness store ran out and wanted to know what I was doing, and I explained to her. But she'd said, I asked her, do you know anything about this, like a bigger history than what's listed online? And she says, yeah. She says, there was a guy that owned a pro shop there at one time that was the founder of the Mastodon Tooth here in Ohio. And then he had a sports shop there, a pro shop for golfing. And he put in that large ball and tee for advertisement purposes, but that's really all she knew. But anyway, that was from somebody that is in that plaza there. She has worked there, and she says that ball and tee had been there all of her life, and she looks like she was, you know, in her 30s probably. So we're looking at like 30 years maybe. Don't know the facts on that, just going by what this woman had told me. I can remember growing up as a child, and there always being an obsession with baskets. And then somewhere in my teenage years, there was this company that was selling these baskets called Longaberger, and it took this area by storm. And I had heard about this place, always wanted to visit this place, but it is the Longaberger's Basket Corporate Headquarters. Now it is no longer the corporate headquarters for Longaberger or anybody, but it's here. It's huge. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stories of a basket. So the basket is 160 times larger than one of Longaberger's medium baskets that they sold. It's 192 feet and 126 feet at the bottom, spreading to 208 feet and 142 feet wide at the roof line. So David Longaberger was the founder of this company, was the business visionary who not only tapped into demand for hand-woven baskets, but who dreamed up the idea of running and growing his organization from inside one of his baskets. Cost $32 million to build this. Just crazy how big this basket actually is. And it's just like, this is like just like an abandoned ghost town. There's like tons of parking over here. This is the back side of it. And in 2016, the basket building had been vacated and put on the market. It was sold to developers in 2017, and in 2019 announced that the basket would be gutted and turned into a luxury hotel. But those plans fizzled, and the basket still sits here vacant today. So sad though, really, if you think about it, like just such a monumental piece of history and somebody's vision here and just it's empty. It's vacated. $32 million. It's hard to believe that basket weaving could bring in that much money to support something like this. It's just amazing to me. How many times did people come and go out of this basket? I mean, it's beautiful. Like Governor driveway coming up around. It's very sad. It's nostalgic. I just never thought a company that was so prosperous like Longaberger, this would be its fate. Overgrown weeds, trees. This was once a lot of people walked through these doors to go to work in the corporate headquarters of the Longaberger Basket Weaving Company. You guys can just see how tall it is. It's crazy. It's beautiful, and I don't know if you can see all the way through there. There's like a big receptionist desk in there and a lobby area. Would love to actually be able to tour through that and just see what it's like in there. But there's some lights coming out. It's crazy. But I guess it's an error in a time gone by when there were I mean, I can remember these baskets going for a couple $100, $300, $400, $500. Then it was a season. Some things were not available, and they became really highly collectible, and they sold for even more. But it's just very sad. And I can remember growing up, I was a teenager in Freeport, Ohio, and this is in Newark, Ohio, by the way. But I can remember growing up as a teenager in Freeport, Ohio, and there were this group of people. We would hang out on the corner and talk with friends and just catch up from the week. And there would be at like 11 o'clock at night, there was these group of people that park out front of this building, and they would go upstairs, and they were basket weavers. And they actually were remote workers basket weaving to help make up orders for the Longaberger Company. Just a crazy, crazy piece of history here. As you can see, just so much just disappeared. If you search, you can still find Longaberger basket stuff. I see it all the time in like thrift shops. Just really cool and sad. Just amazing. Longaberger. So, just about 15 minutes up the road in Dresden, Ohio, is another world's largest basket that I was not aware of. But this was in the Guinness Book of World Records in 1990. And this is the world's largest basket that was put here by Longaberger. So the roots of this basket trace back to 1919 when J.W. Longaberger took an apprentice at the original Dresden basket factory. After the factory failed during the Great Depression, J.W. continued to weave baskets to support his family. In 1973, when his son Dave Longaberger began selling the hand-woven baskets at roadside stands. And as we all know, the fate of the Longaberger Basket Company is still here in Dresden. The basket is 48 feet long, 11 feet wide, 23 feet high. The basket was made from 10 hardwood maple trees and required 2,000 employee hours of work to complete. This is a giant-sized model of the popular Longaberger market basket with 2 swinging handles. So it's $2,000 man-hours. And it looks like to me it's just a piece of plywood on the inside, and then basket weaves all around the outside. A little peek into the basket here. Appears to be hollow on the inside. It's pretty cool. Just a big old basket right here in Dresden, Ohio. So guys, we are here in Martins Ferry to end our day. They are having a firework display tonight, having lots of music, entertainment in the park down here. So there it is, Martins Ferry is celebrating 250-year-old America. Don't know how clear it is there, but you can see the guys up there on that little knoll actually getting all the fireworks ready.